Hi, Jackie here. Welcome back to my channel. This layout is for One Sketch 3 Ways, July 2026. This month I've designed this sketch. Originally I was going to use scraps of paper. Great way of using scraps of paper. It's just several layers down the centre of the sheet. But I wanted to use this collection and I didn't have as many scraps as I thought I had. So I'm just going to cut down pattern papers to various sizes. The collection I'm using is from PhotoPlay, and the collection is called Anchors Aweigh. So it's a lovely C collection, and as you can see at the photographs shortly, I'm scrapping some photographs from my cruise last year. So I'm just going to cut several of the pattern papers down to size. I also am going to use some trim and some lace just to give it some extra texture as well. So as you know, One Step Three Ways is in partnership with Helen and Sarah. So we choose a sketch each month and we each design our layout according to that sketch. I've tried to stay strictly to the sketch because obviously I designed the sketch, but you know, we'll all interpret it differently, and it's good to see how we all look at one sketch in, as we say, 3 different ways. So here's my photographs. It's a photograph of the Disney ship, and it's me on a selfie of me on the balcony within our first couple of hours. So I've just put all the pattern paste together, and I'm just going to use this lovely trim down the centre and also some lace that I found in my stash. Like I said, this layout is ideal for using up scraps, but I didn't have any for this layout, but the sketch is, you know, really ideal for using up scraps. But this is an older collection. I'm not sure when it was. Can't see when this was, what year it was. Normally you can see the manufacturer's year. Let's have a look. No, there's no manufacturer's year on here, but it's a couple of years old anyway. So again, using up my extra older stash as well. So I'm just going to lightly distress the edges of these strips and stick them all together. And then I'm going to be stamping on the background. You'll see I do leave it in. I drop the ink pad and make a mess on the background. But because of where it was positioned, it was easy to cover up. And on the final layer, you can't even see where I dropped the ink pad. So like I said, I am just putting all these together. I lightly tape them together so they're all in one column. I end up moving because it looks a bit screw with. Like I said, this is One Sketch 3 Ways challenge. We do have a Facebook group. I'll leave all the links below in the description box, and also links to Ellen and Sarah's YouTube channels, where you can see how they've used this sketch on their layouts. So I'm just going to mark roughly where I want this mat of papers to be, and then I'm going to do some stamping, and I've used 49 Market Tranquil Waters and the half circle from the distress grids from Magpie. So I'm just going to stamp those in the 3 places, 1 on the top left and 2 on the right hand side. Just lightly stamping. I think it's where I dropped the ink pad. Yes, there I've just, well, I didn't drop the ink, I sort of inked the, could you see, I've pointed it out, and I thought, well, it's only a piece of cardstock, it can all be covered up, and I thought, well, when I put the mat of papers back down, it practically covers it over anyway, and with the photographs there, you can't see what I've the little mishap I had. And then I added some, because I've got the double design of circles, I added some stamp circles from the Life Captured stamp collection from Aweigh Magpie, and I've just used the Life Captured circle one in the various places over the distressed semicircle, as you can see. And then it's a case of sticking all this down. And then I'm actually filming this on one of the hottest days of the year here in Birmingham. I think it was 32 degrees today. So if I'm a bit flaky in what I'm saying, or more flaky than usual, please forgive me. So I'm just going to add the what am I talking about? The pattern paper to the cardstock, and I'm going to add some 3D foam pads to the back of these photographs and add them into the middle, just slightly overlapping those two photographs as it is, just like it is on the sketch. So the sketch can be found at the end of this video, and it also can be found over on our Facebook group as well. So it'd be great if you can up over to our Facebook group and join in the fun. It's just a way of us scrapping and using up some old stash, and just, it's just for fun, really, just to get you see how you would use this sketch and how everybody else would use this sketch. So here I am. I've just added some trim. That white circle trim comes from Aweigh Magpie, and the lace was just in my my scrap ribbon box. So I'm just going to add some Nouveau Deluxe glue just to stick it into place. I do end up stapling those together again, just add a bit more texture to my page, and then my photographs are going to go in the middle. And before I do that, I had a few offcuts. And I've just punched out some labels, because on the drawing, on the sketch, you can see there's 3 labels. So I've just punched out 3 labels, and they go in the position. So there's one top right there, one by the side of my photographs on the left hand side, and there's one towards the bottom right as well. So like I said, I tried to keep to the design that I designed. The only bit was that I'd put that label a bit far out so that you could see it underneath the photograph. So I'm just going to place this down now, position this into place in the centre of my layout. And hopefully that it's straight. And then I am going to find a title. Now, the first title I found was one from JD 3D Prints, and it said Life at Sea, which I was going to use. And then I found another pack that said Life on the Ocean Waves, which I thought it was a bit better. So as you can see, I put Life at Sea, and then I found another pack that had Life on the Ocean Waves, so I just swapped it out. I'm still trying to decide whether I wanted Life at Sea or Ocean Waves. The Ocean Wave one does make it in the end. So that's just going to go underneath my photograph, and again just adding some Nouveau Deluxe glue to the back. And putting that just in place. What do I do then? I think I had some stickers from the sticker sheet from this collection, which is PhotoPlay Anchors Aweigh. It's got some really large stickers. I do struggle with very big stickers, but I use them at the bottom right hand side of the photograph. I do put that anchor there, but I do move it down to the bottom right. I do add some 3D foam behind that anchor as well. Not the anchor, sorry, the wheel, the ship wheel. I do add the lifeboat, the ship wheel and anchor to the right hand side. So I'm just going to move that, lift that up. Luckily it hadn't stuck permanently down and easy to lift up. And then I'm just going to put at the top on cruise time. Again, I add some 3D foam to the back to give it some more dimension. I've also got some wood veneer from a little Magpie. I think this one I'm using, it says, and so the adventure begins. And I think that's from a travel one. And I've also got at the top, you'll see there's a little sun, and that is from one of the cruising one. I'll leave all the links to the products down below. These are my personal products anyway, so it's not an advertisement, just so that you know that they're all my personal things. And this sheet of labels are from P13. Can't remember where I got these from. So I'm just going to dot some labels around. I've got just to the top of the little cluster where the ship wheel is, I've got Explore. Underneath the title, I've got Best Day, Open Air, When the Sky Meets the Sea. And then just at the top, on the side, left-hand side of the On Cruise Time, I've just added Waves. So here's all the very close-ups of the layout. And there's I also added a wood veneer camera to the bottom as well. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hop over to Helen and Sarah's YouTube channels to see how what they've created using this sketch, and join us over on our Facebook group for this month's sketch. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.